I want to speak about getting the right results for your clients. And I know a lot of us are very technically minded. I know I am. For the last 15 years, I've been creating videos that I want to look the best, to be the highest quality. But not always is the highest quality going to yield the best results for a client. As service providers, we sometimes focus a lot on the technical side, really trying to achieve a mastery. However, it's not always the full picture. What we also need to understand is, what are we solving for our clients that they can't do on their own? And how can we take them from where they are to where they want to be and position ourselves as that connection or that bridge? Once we can identify what that connection is and how we can get them from point A to point B, then we understand how we can position ourselves as a unique service or offering to the market. Our technical skills will come into play when we're fulfilling the work, but before we get to the fulfillment, we need to communicate to our potential clients why they should select us, and also why, if they don't select us, what they could be potentially missing out on. Now, we don't directly tell them, but there are ways in which we can help them come about that decision on their own through education and awareness. Now, the sales process doesn't need to be something that it's not. And in fact, I would really steer away from any kind of tactics, rather a process, clear communication, and making your client aware, giving them options to explore within their own ideas, but still guiding them to a place where they will make a final decision, and they'll make a confident final decision that suits them best. So the services that I'm providing businesses that are mostly service-based is trying to identify what your business does differently to other businesses, and more importantly, what your service does to help people. And once we identify that, then we can go about your messaging, where your audience will go once we direct them to a landing page, the copy, the media, the overall brand of the site. And then we create the content, the ads, and the fulfillment stage comes into play. But the main thing we need to work out first of all is your unique selling proposition and how you're going to take a client from A to B. Once we can identify that, we can see if we're going to be a fit or a match, and then we can proceed to the next stage, which is getting those people that you feel you could really serve into your pipeline through a paid media spot on either Meta or Google, where people are browsing the most. Bring them to a customized landing page, which is on brand, but also designed to convert and funnel in someone who may have more questions to book an appointment with you. We can also discuss your sales process. Once you get that inquiry or that incoming lead, then we can go, hey, how do we find out if this person is really a good fit? And then how do we get them to sign on? So it's really an all-inclusive service, but it does begin with making sure that we're the right fit. So if you think you'd like to see how we can work together, then I've got a link for a scheduled call. I am based in Melbourne City, which is Australia, and I do prefer to work with clients that are from my city because part of my package is content production. However, I have worked with clients that don't live locally, and we've used other assets from other content creators, and it works just fine. So if you think you'd like to have a short discovery call, please click the link in the bio. I do primarily work with service-based businesses, and my capacity, since it's a personal service, I'm not outsourcing any of my work to anyone, that I do have a limited capacity. And I'd really love to see how we can first work together and then scale up your business to a point that you're happy. So if that sounds like you, click the link in bio, and I look forward to speaking with you.